From BS and Beer Media, it's Top of the Bleachers with Jason and Tucker.
Smith coming right, trying to outrun the coverage, makes a cut, gets it. Oh, he's still going. Oh, he's going to score. He's got the five.
Let's see what the guys are talking about today.
Yo. Welcome to the Top of the Bleachers. It is Thursday, June the 5th. Finally got some NBA stuff going on tonight. It was kind of rough last couple of days, huh?
Yeah. Sports have not been good the last couple of days. We're about to lead into the summer, and it's going to get real dry real quick.
Yeah, no kidding. But anyway, welcome in. Be sure to hit that like and subscribe for us. We really appreciate that. No pressure. And welcome in, dude. How's your Thursday? Good Thursday? Bad Thursday? How'd it go?
It had its ups and downs.
Mine went pretty smooth, actually. I was pleasantly surprised how work went this morning. So, and then I watched a little TV this afternoon, and now I've been reading and stuff on Twitter and the Twitter wars that are going on out there right now, which is kind of crazy, and reading up a little bit. So, this NBA game, this NBA final stuff tonight, man. Finally gonna have some games, bro.
Finally, yeah. Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready for some basketball. I hope it's a good game. I hope it's not a blowout. I got OKC picked in this. Well, I got them picked to win the whole thing, but I definitely got them picked in this first game at home. But I do not want to see a butt whooping. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'd like to see a good game. They're favored 9.5. And,
I feel like 9.5 would be a decent ball game. That would mean that Indiana was hanging with them most of the ball game.
Dude, Indiana's gonna hang, man. I'm telling you.
You think
that's who they are. They don't go away. They're like that annoying little pest. They just won't go away. They'll hang around, I think, but I don't know. 9.5, that matchup predictor thing, that ESPN uses.
Yeah.
65.6% in favor of OKC. So if you're a bet man, 60% chance there.
So you're telling me there's a chance?
Well, you can say there's a 40% chance to lose, depending on how you want to look at it.
Yeah, they have this ad on the radio where it's put on by NHTSA, which is like the National Transportation and Safety Agency. Yeah,
you're making words up now.
I'm not. It's not a word, it's an acronym.
Gotcha. NHTSA.
Yeah, National Traffic Safety Association. Anyway, they pushing wearing seatbelts right now, which I got nothing against wearing seatbelts. I don't like the fact that I'm required to wear a seatbelt. I'm a grown man. If I don't want to wear my seatbelt, that should be my business. But whatever. But their ad, they say, and here's some food for thought. 50% of people killed in accidents last year were not wearing their seatbelt.
Really?
I was like, well, that's kind of an odd stat to put up there, because what I just heard was 50% of people who were wearing their seatbelt got killed anyway. That's what I just heard out of that stat.
What? Wearing your seatbelt doesn't increase your chances of living?
50-50 shot, apparently.
What? What about all the crash test dummies and stuff?
That's the stat that they put on the radio. I think it's a stupid thing to put in the commercial, because it doesn't really bolster what you're trying to drive or whatever.
It's another propaganda thing from our childhood.
Yeah. And then they got this other stat in there where they're like, seatbelt saved, I can't remember if it's 1,500 or 15,000, probably 15,000. Last year, seatbelt saved 15,000 lives. Now, how do you know that? How do you know that the seatbelt is what saved the life? You know what I mean? Like, how do you know if they weren't wearing their seatbelt, they would have died? You know what I mean?
What's that supposed to mean? Well, 25,000 people had crashes. 15,000 of them didn't die. Well, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't think it's very good statistics, but that's just me.
Statistics are a funny thing, man. They're a funny thing.
Statistics can be bent to
Fit your
help you.
narrative.
Yeah, fit your narrative. That's a good way of saying it. Yeah. Yeah.
For sure. Dang it, I lost my page. Dang it. Anyway. What time does the game start? 7:30. Okay. My eyes are. I don't know if you can see my eye. I don't know if you can see my eye, but it's all red. You ever wake up like that with one of your eyes like half red or something?
No.
Like blood,
No.
like bloodshot, but like you got hit in the eye or something.
No.
Okay, maybe it's just me.
Maybe you're.
No, every once in a while, I'd say like once or twice my whole life.
Oh, okay. All right. Well,
Not
maybe
like
you
all the
just
time.
rubbed your head or your eye too aggressively in your sleep or something.
Could be.
People
Mhm.
grind their teeth in their sleep. Apparently, I'm glad. I don't think I do that. I'm glad I don't do that.
A lot of people do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, they gotta have mouthpieces and stuff. I was supposed to do that. I had a mouthpiece for a while, a top one. You know, they made it for me and all that.
Do you have that sleep apnea thing going on?
Never been tested.
Me neither. I don't think I do. I think Lacey
don't-
would have told me by now.
I don't have a problem. I don't like go to sleep, or I don't have a problem going to sleep, and I don't like wake up and I'm out. So
See, I'm the opposite. It takes me forever. It didn't when I was younger, but now it takes me forever to go to sleep. I'll sit there and I can't shut my brain off, or my shoulder. I have carpal tunnel from my job, so my shoulders will start hurting on me, and my arms will go numb on me, and
jeez,
I'm uncomfortable all the time. And then when I finally fall asleep, it seems like 6 o'clock in the morning. My eyes pop open, and I lay there in bed for like 30 minutes staring at the ceiling because I don't want to get up, but I can't go back to sleep. So I'm down to about probably 4 or 5 hours a night, probably what I get.
Me too.
And I squeeze a nap in here and there.
Me too. I'm the same way. I don't. When I go to sleep though, when I lay down, if I close my eyes to try to go to sleep, like I can sit there and watch a movie for a while if I'm sleepy, right before I drift off or whatever. But if I'm like, okay, going to sleep, close my eyes, bam, I'm out.
Wow.
Within seconds, like
Yeah,
it's quick.
That's the way my dog is. I'm always impressed with my dog.
so-
My dog can just fall right asleep.
It's like I can enact narcolepsy or something. And then when I wake up, though, I have literally 10 alarms, probably every every 4 minutes apart. Don't ask me why 4 minutes. I don't know, but it has to be 4 minutes. Okay. I think because somewhere in my mind, I think snooze means 5 minutes.
Okay.
And so if I don't want to snooze it, and it be my snooze instead of my alarm. Does that make sense? I know I'm crazy, right? But so anyway, 4 minutes apart, usually like 30 something minutes, you know. And then I'll wake up probably if my wife's if it wakes her up, she wakes me up. Hey, your alarm's going off. If I'm by myself or something though, I'm like fourth or fifth one probably. I kind of, oh, was that my alarm or something? But anyway,
well, I am a very vivid dreamer. So when I was a kid, not so much now, but when I was a kid, my alarm would go off and I would just make it part of the dream I was having. Like it would be like a truck was backing up, or, you know, it would become part of my dream or whatever.
it's wild.
Now I consistently wake up before my alarm goes off. My alarm is set for 7:15 on work days, and usually 6:30 I wake up and get out of bed or whatever.
It's weird how your body adjusts to your schedule after.
I'm usually
time.
having my morning constitutional when my alarm goes off.
See, I don't have to do that either. I'm not a morning constitutioner.
I am a good, solid 1 day a day guy, and it's in the mornings. Now, it varies. It could be right when I wake up. It could be when I come home for lunch at like 9 o'clock before I head out to my route. But at some point in there, I'm going to have to do my thing.
It's usually after I eat breakfast, whatever that is. That could be a couple hours.
Yeah.
I eat a breakfast, and then I'm like, okay.
Yeah. Eat a bale.
Yeah, eat a bale. Yep, you got it.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're off track.
we weren't. That wasn't on the list to talk about.
It wasn't. We were talking about the NBA Finals, and now we're talking about pooping. I don't know what happened. It's the normal thing with us. So.
It really is. It really is.
Did you go today? Are you regular? Okay, I'm just checking on
you. That's not how our conversations go, but it does seem to end up with pooping a lot.
Sometimes it does. It's weird. I don't know what's up with that. Anyway. I don't know anything else about the finals that you want to talk about besides we think the Thunder's going to win, and who you think is going to be the most valuable player tonight? How about that?
Most valuable player for the series or most valuable player tonight?
For tonight.
Well, if Indiana actually hangs with OKC and has actually got a chance at the end of the night to win the basketball game, then it's probably going to be Halliburton or that other guy that they got. Yeah, whatever his name is. No, the guy that played for Siakam. Siakam. It'll probably be one of them two if Indiana hangs around. If it goes the way I think it's going to go, it'll probably be Shea Alexander, the foul merchant. That'll probably be what it is.
Yeah.
Which I'm not exactly sure why all of a sudden being a foul merchant and everything is a bad thing. Like, since Shea's doing it, now everybody's like, oh, man, nobody ever touches. Have you ever watched the game LeBron plays in? Nobody lays a hand on LeBron. And he like, falling on the floor like he's
they all
hurt.
do that, man. They all do that. I don't know why they're saying that. You know, they got kids doing it now. Remember those videos we saw with the kid?
Dude, I watched it. I watched this like I don't know. He was a little bitty guy. It had to have been like elementary or preschool, not preschool, pee-wee basketball or something like that. And he got mad, and this kid that was bigger than him was standing there. And when he turned his head, the kid just reared back and just threw it and hit the kid dead in the face and then walked off the court. I was like, oh, well, there's somebody destined for the NBA right there.
Sheesh. Got them good sportsmen out there, man.
I'm telling you. I don't know what it is about. I don't have children. Okay. It was a decision. I don't have children. But I don't know what it is about parents when they take their kids to baseball games or to basketball. I watched the stands empty and they attacked a ref the other night. It was like what? It was like a high school game. It's like, what are y'all doing?
Yeah, man. Some parents live vicariously through their children too much. Way too much, man. Yeah, for sure.
Not only that, but what are you teaching your kids? You know, I mean, I realize in the heat of the moment, people are not stopping and thinking about this, but they really ought to. Like, what kind of example are you setting for your child? My dad was a high school principal, and he said at the beginning of his career, a kid would get in trouble and he'd come into the principal's office, and the parent would come in, and the principal and the parent would unite together to try and straighten the kid out. And by the end of his career, it was the parent and the kid yelling at the principal, telling him how it's his fault, it's the school's fault, it's the teacher's fault, it's anybody's fault but the kid or the parent.
Absolutely, yeah. Yep. That's pretty true. You said something. What'd you say? You said, "What's it get you?" What'd you say before that?
What's it get you?
Yeah,
about setting an example for your kids.
Yeah, something before that. I don't remember. I had something to tell you, but I forget now. Anyway, oh, you're teaching them to yell and scream until you get what you want. That's what you're teaching them.
That's pretty much what I see in society today.
Mm-hmm. It's crazy now. These people be at McDonald's, be back trying to go back behind the counter, mad about their Big Mac or something. Throwing punches and stuff over a cheeseburger.
I watched 2 customers get into a fist fight at the kiosk because now you go to the kiosk to make your order or whatever, and I guess this guy thought he was in line, or maybe he was taking too long or something, and it turned into a fist fight. I'm like, this is ridiculous.
I know, it's nuts.
Twitter X has made me very aware of the violence in this country. We are way too violent of a society.
There's a lot of violence out there, man, for real.
And I don't know why anybody'd want to live in a city. I really don't. I mean, I've always been kind of a
big city.
Yeah, I've always been kind of an urban guy, but we're talking Arkansas urban, not urban.
Yeah. I mean? Well, like Chicago, you're talking like a big city, right?
Yeah, Chicago, New York.
Like, I don't want to live
LA,
right in downtown Chicago, but like there's a big, large area that you would call Chicago that's like suburbs and normal folk. Normal for Illinois.
Normal. Yeah, I don't think so, man. I don't think so.
We've been through there. You tell me, Elk Grove Village. It's not
I want to live in Montana. That's where I want to live.
Well, yeah. I mean, I don't want to live there, but I'm just saying it's not crazy everywhere. But I mean, Fort Wayne was pretty big.
Fort Wayne was pretty good size.
And there was parts that you didn't want to go to. There was, but
isn't it known as like the city of churches?
I believe so. Yeah. There's a bunch of them up there.
Yeah.
All right. What else we got?
What's up, Floppy? Good to hear from you, man.
Oh yeah, A-Rod is headed to Pittsburgh to sign the deal.
Yeah, I told you before we went on the air, there's a small part of me that was kind of hoping Pittsburgh would be like, nah, we've moved on. We don't want you anymore.
No. Made him wait long enough, didn't he?
Yeah, really. So in that quarterback room, you got A-Rod now. You got Justin Fields still there?
I don't know. I'm looking at that right now.
Where'd Wilson end up going? Did he end up going to New York?
Hang on, I can't find him. There they are.
Elk Grove is decent.
Wilson went to, I forget. He retired. Mason Rudolph. We looked at this the other day, actually.
Mason Rudolph. Okay.
Will Howard, the kid from Ohio State.
Oh, right? Will Howard. Okay, all right.
And Skylar Thompson. I think he might have played for the Seahawks, I want to say, but that might be wrong.
Okay, so no Justin Fields?
He may be a rookie too. No Fields. No.
Where did Fields go? Where did he go in?
Man, they all jumped around, bro. I don't know where everybody's at. Let's see. This guy's not. I don't know. No, he came from. No. Where? I don't know where he came from. It doesn't say. I don't know. Let me look it up here.
No, you can keep on talking. I can look it up.
All right. What was the other one you asked me? I looked that one up.
Justin Fields and Wilson.
Wilson?
Where Russell Wilson go?
Yeah, I know. They jump around so much, man. I can't keep up. He's with the Giants
I thought that's where he went.
for a year. Yeah, I think I did remember hearing that now.
Well, who'd you say the last guy was in the quarterback room?
Skylar Thompson.
Did you know Justin Skylar Fields? That's his middle name, Skylar.
I did not know that. No. Skylar is from Kansas State. 2022 round 7. Miami. I was incorrect. I think he's been at Miami this last couple of years, I believe. Who am I thinking of? I don't know who I was thinking of for Seahawks. There's another guy. I thought his name was Skyler, but I don't remember. Yeah, everybody's jumped around, man, everywhere. We should do a show on that. Just preview every roster now.
Well, I can't find him in anything but a Bears uniform.
Since the draft's over, we could do that. We could do a team preview for every team. What do you think?
Where'd everybody go?
Yeah, just do like, do each team. Because every team is different now, right? Like, I mean, look at the Steelers, right? I mean, They don't have what's the kid from Alabama? AJ Harris? Is that
no? You talking about Jalen Milroe?
No. The running back. A couple years ago. Lord have mercy. I can't think of his name. Anyway, he's not there anymore. Jalen Warren is their running back.
Justin Fields went to the New York Jets.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I did know that. They got DK Metcalf, Robert Woods. They got Vermouth still at tight end.
Who's got DJ Metcalf?
Steelers.
When did they pick up DK Metcalf?
Sometime this offseason. That's what I said. Everybody jumped around. That's why we need to do a show on each team. That's what I'm saying. Like, every team's different now. Now, who you want to look at next?
What? Jerry Jones is an idiot. How is DK Metcalf not a Cowboy? How is Derrick Henry not a damn Cowboy? We got to get rid of this old man.
Here's the Cowboys depth chart. Here we go. Dak Prescott, Joe Milton, and Will Greer. We knew that one.
So pretty much if Dak gets hurt again, we're screwed because we gave away Rush for some reason. Javonte
Williams is your running back.
Yeah, but we also picked up that little running back from Texas, that blue kid.
Jaden Blue.
I think he would probably end up being your starter halfway through the season.
Okay, well, he's third string right now.
I know he's third string. Give him time, man.
Then you got CD and Pickens. That's pretty good. That's pretty good receiver.
Yeah, we ought to have DK Metcalf out there somewhere.
Well, you got George Pickens instead.
See, idiots,
Metcalf went to the Steelers and the Pickens came to the Cowboys. That's what happened.
Oh, my gosh. What an idiot. This guy's an idiot. We got to get him out of there, man.
Your defense is what I'm kind of concerned, man. Dante Fowler, you're just starting left DN. That guy's like 50 years old, ain't he? He came from Florida in 1992.
Well, that's what Jerry does with his defensive line, though. He goes out and gets these guys that have been around the block.
He's been like a pass rusher only on mostly where he's been. Yeah, I mean, that's all he does. Come in on third down and rush. That's it. He's going to start for you now?
I don't know. I'm not in control of this stuff, man.
That might not be a good idea.
If I was in control of this, we'd have Derrick Henry and DK Metcalf on our team.
TJ Watt.
And TJ Watt.
I think he finally signed a deal, I think. Anyway.
I'm not too concerned. Like, probably the only part of the Cowboys that I'm not concerned about this year is our secondary. Other than that, I'm concerned everywhere else. I'm concerned on our defensive line. I'm concerned on our offensive line. I'm concerned that Dak's going to take 2 steps and tear his quad. I'm worried about everything, man. I can't help it. It could be the fact that we won our last Super Bowl in 1996. That could be the reason I'm worried about everything. But I expect the same thing from the Cowboys that they do every year. They'll win 10 games, they'll make the playoffs and go home early. That's what they'll do. That's what they do every year. That's what you can expect.
We might finally get a whole year of Bland and Diggs.
Yeah, that might be nice. That
might be a good thing, right?
But see, that's the thing about football is most of the teams out there, when you get to the halfway point in the season, you have pretty much an entirely different team than you started the season with because of injuries and all that stuff. So who knows, man? To win the Super Bowl, you gotta be good. You got to have a little bit of luck, and you got to stay injury free if you want to win the Super Bowl. And Cowboys have not been able to put those three things together, and I don't know how long. Oh, we did it one year, and then Romo fumbled the football on the extra point.
I remember.
Yes.
I remember we were driving a truck at the time.
Yes. Yeah.
All right. I don't know why we were talking about it. Oh, A-Rod. That's right. He's going to the Steelers. Boo. Like, that guy needs to retire, man. I don't know. We'll see how it goes this year, but I mean, he got Metcalf to throw to, but he had Adams last year and didn't do nothing. So, well, he did.
Well,
all right.
I mean, he's got a good organization. He's got a good coach. The biggest problem with Rodgers is that, well, it's a problem. It's a problem the NFL and the NBA have, is that the players have too much control. And, when you're letting the players make all the calls and it don't work out, and then they just run off somewhere else after the end of the year, you're stuck with whatever crap you're
he almost threw for 4,000 yards, right? Which is pretty on par for most of his career. He was right around that 4,000 yard mark. And then, see, touchdowns. Where's that at? Touchdowns right here. He had 28, which is better than a lot of his years there. There's a lot of 45, 39, 38, 40, 48. So that was down a little bit. But his QBR, 48.
Yeah.
That's not good.
Well, he really hasn't been the Hall of Fame Aaron Rodgers since the year before his last year with the Packers. Like, his last year with the Packers didn't go that well. His debut with the Jets did not go very well. Last year with the Jets went better. He stayed on it. He stayed unhurt, but he still.
Yeah.
The year he tore his Achilles, that the Jets were set up that year to really make some noise. And then the next year when he comes back, it's like not really the same team.
Yeah.
He had one little shot in there, and I don't think he'll I wouldn't.
I'm gonna turn this on and see what happens.
I would probably enjoy Aaron Rodgers being the head coach of the Knicks, just for the simple fact that I wouldn't have to see him on a football field anymore.
Yeah, he needs to retire.
He looked so old last year, man. He looked just so old. The way his helmet fits, his beard, just like everything about him. He just looks old, man. It's like
he's moving a little slower, yeah.
And I don't know what he's holding on for. I don't know what he's looking for. He wants one more Super Bowl. He wants one more run. I don't really know what it is.
Does he really think the Steelers are championship contender? You know what I mean?
I mean, I think the last we looked this up the other day. I think they haven't done better than 10 wins in like the last 5 years or something like that. So, I mean, I think Tomlin's a good coach. I really do, but I don't know. They keep wanting to put a Band-Aid on it. We talked about this. They keep wanting to put a Band-Aid on the situation instead of just going out and finding them somebody, a young kid somewhere.
Yeah. And they're, I don't know, man. Defense is getting a little older too. Watt was trying to get out, sort of. I don't know if he signed long term or not yet.
Well, not just that, but I mean, it's the AFC. So I mean, if I'm Rodgers, I'm looking for somebody in the NFC, just because I think the NFC is a little bit easier to get through than the AFC.
Oh, here's what it is. He signed a 4-year deal in 2021. His contract runs through 2025. So yeah, he'll be a free agent next offseason.
Does he want to do a free agency or does he want to retire?
It says they're working on a new deal, and it's expected they will come to an agreement before the start of the season. So
okay,
may get a new deal before then. They're because they're going to have to pay him $21 million this year.
Well, now that Ron is showing up, he probably is going to take some of that money that TJ was hoping to get. Is it TJ?
Yeah, possibly. I can't remember if he signed yet or not. He hadn't signed yet, so see how that plays out too. All right, then the other thing we're going to talk about was the Super Regionals that start tomorrow.
Oh my gosh, man!
And you know what, dude? If we actually beat Tennessee,
yeah,
guess who we have to play next? If they win, Auburn. No, LSU.
You mean for the first round of the World Series?
Yeah, like the bracket. Hang on, let me look up the bracket here.
Now, how could they already have set the bracket when they don't?
There's a bracket. We've been in a bracket. What do you mean?
So where I win now is going to place me in the bracket?
We've been in a bracket the whole time. The regionals, just like, in basketball, it's just like a little section.
I just figured they were individual brackets as they went.
Let me see if I can pull this up here.
Well, LSU get by who? Who does LSU have to get by?
That's what I was trying to get to here.
I want to say that there was a chance at the most we could get 3 SEC teams into the World Series. The way that it's set up.
Oh my gosh, I can't. I'm so blind, man. This is so sad. Okay, here we go.
On.
I know. I'm still blind. I need to get some more glasses. Here you go. I'll share this and we look at it. I can pick the right thing here. Boop. All right. You see this?
Yep.
Okay. Here we are. So this is the top of the bracket, right? So UCLA and UTSA. So there's the winners here. No SEC up here.
Yep.
Go to the bottom. You got Auburn over here.
Mm-hmm. And
you got LSU and West Virginia.
Yeah, so at the most we can get in 3 teams in the SEC. We can get in if LSU wins, and of course there'll be an SEC winner between us, and if Auburn wins, we could get 3 in.
Actually, how does the College World Series work now? Because I know there'll be 8 teams.
The 8 teams play a loser. This is the way they play a loser bracket, and then once you get down to the final 2 teams, they play a 3-game series.
Okay, I thought that's what it was. I wasn't sure. Okay. Well, anyway, hang on. Let me go back to that for a second. Hang on.
Has Dave announced a starter for our first game?
It's gonna be Root, I think. I don't think he's announced it yet.
See, it wasn't.
So
last week our starter was our first game starter was the minutes. Yeah.
That was strategically try not to use your best pitchers, for being honest. Tomorrow, first game up at 11 a.m. Arizona, North Carolina. North Carolina, pretty good, dude. Pretty good. I'm picking them in this series. Of course, it's in Chapel Hill as well. So North Carolina, and then at 2:00 you got Miami and Louisville right here in Louisville. That's the 2:00 game. And I think who'd you take in this one? I took Miami, right? And you took Louisville?
Where did I have that written down at?
I don't know. I think that's what we did. And then
I had it wrote down somewhere.
And then the 5:00 game is Oregon State and Florida State.
You took Louisville.
Did I?
Yeah, I think so.
Say, I'm going to change my pick to Miami.
Okay.
Oregon State and Florida State are at the 5:00 game. And probably taking Oregon State in that one. Is that what I picked?
I would really like to see Oregon State get beat. Yeah, you took Oregon State.
Yeah. Okay.
I would really like to see Oregon State get beat just for the simple fact that they beat us when we did play for the championship.
Yep.
And I hold grudges.
And then the late game is Auburn, Coastal Carolina. Yeah, I'm taking Auburn in that one. I don't know, man. Coastal Carolina's won 51 games.
Yeah.
Is this the guy? This the team that the coach came out talking about his players being texted and stuff? Did you see that?
No, I didn't see that.
I don't know if it was him or not. Might have been ECU or somebody. There was a coach that come out and said, this has to stop. My players are getting, because the baseball portal is open right now.
Yeah.
My players are getting contacted by all kinds of people. They're not even in the portal, and we've got proof.
Okay.
That's what he said, but he ain't show no proof.
Well, I mean,
he just said we got some.
I didn't know if there was a such thing as tampering anymore. I mean, I don't think anybody's enforcing any rules whatsoever. So I mean,
so either.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sorry that they're talking to your players, but I mean, nobody's stopping them. So there's nothing you can do about it.
Yep. All right, let's see here. I looked this up. So this is how it works. Oh, hang on. Play the regionals. That's 64 teams split into 16 brackets.
Sure.
Then you play your super regional.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Then the 8 winners of the super regional head to the College World Series in Omaha.
Yeah.
They're split into 2 double elimination brackets.
Yeah.
Consisting of 4 teams each.
Mm-hmm.
The winners of the 2 brackets meet in the final in a best-of-3 series.
Yep.
So there you go.
So in other words, there is still a lot of baseball left to play.
You were right. Yeah, there is a lot. Yeah, there is, especially if your team makes it to the World Series. You got some more games coming on. You know what I mean? For sure.
Well, you're guaranteed at least 3 more games in your super regional if you need them. So let's say you need those. That's 3 games. Then you get to the College World Series. You know, you make it through 1 game, you get beat in another, then you have to play another game to see if you move on, and then you move on again and you play another game, and then that puts you in the finals, and now you got to play a 3-game series again. It's like, dadgum, dude.
I don't know. That'd be like 5 more.
5 or 6 more.
And then 3 more, so 11 more games possibly if you win the whole thing, and it plays out the end of each series.
Especially if you have to go through the losers bracket, you know, that's going to add more games if you have to go through the losers bracket to get there.
Yeah, that's what's counting. If you lose the first game, right, it's 1. You win the second one, you win the third one, and then you have to win again, right? So that'll be 4. So
that'd be 4.
So 7 and then 3.
Yeah.
So that'd be 10. 10 more games.
Yeah, 10 more games. Possibly.
Yeah.
Now, you could win 2 games in your super regional.
Yeah.
Come in and win your first game, win your second game,
3.
That puts you in the finals, right?
3, right? So 3 and 2 is 5, and then 2 in the finals, right? So 7.
7. So what you want to do is you want to play 7 more ball games. That's what you want to do. That's your goal. We got to win 7 in a row, and we're done with this.
That's true. If you can win 7 games, man.
If you win 7 in a row, you lose one of those, you're gonna have to play another game somewhere. So
true. We'll see how it plays out. It's crazy. Anyway, the games start tomorrow. They start early, so 11 a.m., bro.
I think since there's not a losers bracket in this super regional, I'm more nervous about it than I am about it when we make it to the World Series. Because like when you make it to the World Series, you need to win, but at the same time, you can get beat one time. You know what I mean? Man, super regionals though. Tennessee comes out hot, puts that first game on you, and now you're pressing. You know, they've come so close the last couple of years, and we got a really good team this year. I'd really hate to get put out in the super regionals before we make World Series.
Yeah, no. And I've seen a lot of guys talking about today in the Arkansas media, and some of them are way too confident.
Yeah, I know. I've seen a lot of these predictions. Oh, Arkansas in 2. You know,
he's like, this one guy's like, well, I mean, they're already talking about the World Series.
No, don't do that, dude.
Oh, no, if we win here, you know, and then we have, you know, then it's like, no, bro.
I guarantee you,
one game at a time.
I guarantee you, DVH is not looking ahead to the World Series. Okay,
no.
He's looking ahead to tomorrow, and he wants to put a butt whooping on Tennessee and get him a little bit of breathing room is what he wants.
We'll see how it plays out, man. Anyway, tonight, the finals are tonight. That's right. All right, man. Anything else before we get out of here?
Why did the bicycle have problems standing up?
Something about the kickstand.
It was too tired.
He only had one leg or something.
And then the other one I heard today was, what do you call an alligator in a vest?
An alligator in a vest. Oh, geez. Oh, no. Something to do with the zipper, probably.
An investigator.
Oh, my gosh, bro. We'll send you to the improv.
The girl that came up and told me the alligator one walked off mad because I answered it correctly.
Yeah, you always do that. What do you mean?
And then somebody came up to me and told me the bicycle one, and I thought like you did. I thought it'd have to do something with the kickstand, but no, it was too tired.
All right, let me see here. Okay.
Yeah, I think Orange Ham and Severon are coming over to watch the game with me tonight. And I think we're going to do, I haven't told them this yet, but I think we're going to do BLTs.
Nice. Can't go wrong there.
Bacon, lettuce, and tomato sandwiches.
Speaking of food, hey, did you hear about that, the restaurant, the first restaurant to open on the moon? It's got great food,
but not much atmosphere.
But no atmosphere, yeah.
Yeah.
One more and then we're out. What does the dentist call their x-rays?
What does the dentist call their x-rays?
Yep. Toothpicks.
Toothpicks. Dang it, I was getting there. Dadgummit.
Joke of the day. There you go. We should have a joke of the day. That's what we should do every day.
It's not hard. I usually hear one a day. So something about being a joke teller. Like if you are a guy who tells jokes, you get this reputation. So every time somebody hears a joke, they come to you to tell you the joke. You know, and so I hear a lot of jokes.
They really shouldn't be surprised that you hear the joke when they tell you the joke, because you're the joke guy. Like obviously you would be the one person that would know the joke. You know what I mean?
Depending on who it is that's telling me the joke will depend on whether I give them the answer or not. Like if I don't want to, if it's a kid and I don't want to steal their thunder or whatever, I'll play along.
You always steal my thunder. I don't ever get to tell you a joke.
You're not a kid.
I know, but still, I don't ever get to tell you a joke without it.
You just told me two of them. You just told me two of them.
I Googled them. I didn't know those.
Oh, okay.
All right, man. I'll catch you later in the Discord during the finals, probably.
Okay.
And yeah, man. One more day for me. Woo.
2 more days for me.
All right. Well, catch you later.
All right. Peace, brother. Go Hogs.
Peace.
Thanks for watching our show. Remember to subscribe for more shows on the network. Smash the like button, share, and comment.